what you might hear here today may be different than that which you already believe. So I invite you to let that be okay. So you and I are born into a culture, right? And our culture has certain presuppositions. And those presuppositions get passed along to us through a process called parenting. So parenting is a delivery mechanism to the culture. Everybody with me? Yeah. When your parents tell you this is how it is, and you're not quite sure, you begin to develop habits, responses, strategies in response to what your parents are saying. So there's a reason, for example, first, let's do this before we go in. Pardon me, guys, but we'll go for the ladies with this question. How many of you are firstborn daughters? Please look around the room. So there's a reason for that. Okay, for you guys, how many of you don't have a sister? You're not a guy.
No. I'd rather have a sister.
For the guys, well, yeah. Guys, anybody? You don't have a sister? Okay. How many of you are firstborn sons? Okay, so 3 out of 4. So there's a vast majority of firstborns here. You think that's coincidence? It's not. It's because in our family system, and I'll talk about this in a minute, but when we're born into a family system and we see chaos, and let's not pretend that we don't see chaos in our family system. When we are in that family unit, we go, geez, they're all crazy, so like, I gotta fix this. I gotta find a way, get in there, fix this thing because, I'm exhausted. So that shapes your behaviors. So your thoughts about your strategies, about how to intervene, shapes your behaviors, which then actually impacts the 98% of your DNA that's dormant. So then you develop addiction genes, right? So like for me, when I was engaging in the behavior of drugs, if somebody were to take a scan of my brain, they'd be like, her brain's different. Is it? So, I think this is very important because what we work in is the domain of that which is seen. So we see the behavior, we see how it impacts our physicality, but what we don't see is what's underneath the iceberg, and I'll talk about the iceberg in a moment, but you don't see the intelligence of their strategies. You don't see the belief systems that they're carrying in response to their strategies, which then shape their behaviors. And this is really critical to remember, because if you know that it's not about the behavior, right? The behavior becomes an invitation to a deeper dive, you may have a different conversation with that person. So, okay. How many thoughts do you think that you have per day?
Oh, wow, yeah.
How many of you think that you have 12 to 65,000 thoughts a day? Okay, you ready for the next one? There's more. How many are new thoughts? I don't know. So according to these guys, National Science Foundation, 95% of your thoughts every single day repeat. So that'd be great if you're like, oh my God, I'm magnificent. Like, what a wonderful world. I'm filled with joy. I'm filled with happiness. I love my life. I love my husband. I love where I live. I love my work. I'm contributory. Man, I'm awesome. But 80% of those 90% of the thoughts that we have as a collective are negative. So what's the first thought that you have in the morning?
Oh, yeah. I took my kids to babysitters.
Right. Right. So we start our day and we finish our day with a to-do list. We start our day with problems and we finish our day with more problems. It's exhausting. And I don't need to tell anybody that this is your one and only life, but I am telling you, right? Like, this is it. So let's explore how your mind works. So this is where that piece of paper may come in handy if you want to take notes, and if not, that's fine too. So what I'll do is I'll share with you this tool. So in my 20-year-long journey of evolution, I have been through yoga, therapy, psychotherapy, psychiatry, counseling, Buddhism, Narcotics Anonymous, refuge recovery, what else? I don't know, there's a bunch of stuff in there, right? And this tool is the single tool that has helped me make sense of it all, and not only make sense of it up in my head, but let it like actually shift my body. Because that's where pain lives. It doesn't live in our head, it lives in our bodies. It lives in your whole nervous system. So let's talk about how this works. That's me. That's the picture I'm looking for. Okay, so as I go through this experience, you see this like grown-ass lady here, fine. But that is also me, right? Like that version, so whatever that version of you is of you, lives inside of you. And if we don't heal her pain, basically she's running the show. And like, she's pretty resourceful and she's pretty resilient for a girl that's been abandoned by her parents who left because prisons were opened up, the system fell, communism was done. My parents left the country and left me with my grandmother. Now, I am a smart little girl and I'm like, they're not coming back. So now, how do I live my life?